This is Israeli Technology Founders Speak, a podcast of conversations with successful Israeli high-tech and biotech entrepreneurs. With your host, Avraham Hermon. Chen Neeman is the co-founder and CEO of Enqode, an Israeli startup that protects company databases from quantum computing attacks, wrapping them in 3 layers of encryption to achieve what they call data immunity. Their system requires no downtime, no special expertise, and is built for any business that holds sensitive data. Avraham sat down with Chen to discuss the quantum threat, why companies need to start protecting themselves now, how Enqode works, the team behind it, their funding, and their plan to become a unicorn protecting billions of businesses worldwide. This podcast is a creation of J.M.B. Davis Ben David, an intellectual property law firm serving clients around the world. You have great innovations. We keep them safe. It's not enough to just have a great startup idea or innovation. If you don't legally protect your innovations, products, and brand, anyone can claim them as their own. We keep your great innovation secure. Learn more by going to jmbdavis.com. That's jmbdavis.com.
Thanks for coming to my offices and meeting and talking about your startup. You're the CEO and co-founder of Enqode, Enqode.
Yeah, it's Enqode with a Q.
Let's talk a little bit about quantum threat and what it is, and why should I be worried about this now, today?
Let's start with, to get a sense, what is a quantum computer? I don't want to go too deep, but there is 2 kinds of computer in the world. There's a traditional regular computer that we are using right now, everyone like we are using right now here in the conversation. And the next generation that's coming is quantum computing. Quantum computing, if regular computing use bits that use 1 or 0, quantum computer can use both simultaneously. So they can run very fast. Without going deep into how it works, they can work from maybe more than 40,000 times faster than regular computer. And the risk here, and the good thing that they can run a calculation very fast. This is to get sense what is quantum computers.
So the good guys are going to have quantum computers, but also potentially people that want to pose a threat to others, steal information. They might also have quantum computing capabilities.
Yeah, let's take, for example, medical experience. Medical experience with quantum computer. There is some experience that was done a couple of months ago that's supposed to take 40 years. With quantum computing, it took 4 hours.
Wow.
So this is the sense. And on the other hand, bad people can use it to harm businesses or breach databases. If we all protect ourselves with cyber system, and most of them are mathematical riddle that quantum computing can guess very easily.
Okay, so you're saying standard cybersecurity is not sufficient for the age of quantum computing?
No, let's take RSA, for example. RSA is protection based on mathematical riddle from the 80s. Today, it's probably something that 100% protected. With quantum computing, it can be breached in approximately 6 hours, when quantum computing will be something that will work with a lot of qubits, let's say in 2 years from now, maybe less.
You're saying quantum computing is going to be operational already in 2 years from now, and based on that, the threat will be available to people who want to, hackers essentially.
Quantum computers actually works today. You can log into D-Wave, for example, and to play half an hour for free with quantum computing. Google use quantum technologies. Amazon use quantum technologies. It actually works today with very low bits, but we are expecting that Gartner say, for example, then in 2 years, quantum computer will be fully functional and actually can harm us. It's the day that quantum computer will be, let's say, operational, called Q-Day. And Gartner says that Q-Day will be in 2 years.
2 years, okay. So can you tell us how your system solves this problem?
Yes, so what we are doing in Enqode is a security layer that protects from above. You have databases in your organization. Everyone have databases in the organization that protected with mathematical riddle. We know that quantum computing can break the mathematical riddle. So we are actually taking your databases. We are changing the architecture and protecting them with 3 layers, changing the keys of the protection, and then you get your database back 100% protected from quantum attacks.
So you have basically 3 new layers of protection, which will be quantum attack proof.
Yeah.
So who is this product for? What sort of organizations would be interested or would need such a product?
One word about the system. We are changing the way that companies look or the security look on databases, and we are changing the way from data security to data immunity. This is the major change that we are actually doing.
What's the difference between them, aside from the different words you're using?
Data immunity means that your database needs to be bulletproof, that no one can steal anything, no one can breach your databases, and if he breached your databases somehow, and he took something from databases, let's say one of the major things that happens today with cybersecurity called harvest now, decrypt later. Bad people steal pieces from your databases and keep them.
I see.
And they're waiting for the right time that quantum computer will be available, and they have a compute power that can actually open the databases. With our system, the pieces that are stealing today will be bulletproof and they will not be able to open them.
Okay, so you essentially sell the service or product to users. Who are your users?
Our user to start with is every company that holds sensitive data, like fintech company, banks, governments, army. But by the end of the day, if you are a business, what is your most important asset that you have is your databases.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you are a bank or you are a garage. You need to protect your database in the same way.
I see.
And we know how to do that.
So how did you come up with the idea for Enqode?
So my partner, Gilad Landau, actually, he's a CTO in a company for 2 decades. He works for the biggest company in Israel and the world. And he found out there is a gap in how companies look at cybersecurity. And he found the idea how he can improve the cybersecurity and looking forward how we can protect from future attacks like quantum attacks. We came together with the idea and we thought about it and let me think how to explain it easily. So together, we both come from the industry. We are working for 20 years in the fintech industry in Israel. And we find a way together how to build a SaaS company that can protect databases without downtime and to actually provide businesses the ability to protect themselves with no special knowledge and no special tools, very low price. And this was the idea of Enqode. And Gilad find the way and the cryptographic way how to do it technologically.
So is it just you and Gilad, or are there other members of the team as well?
We and Gilad started the business, but it's not something that you can do alone. We gather a team of 10 people that work with us, 9 of them in Israel, 1 in Boston. Our CSO live in Boston. We are a bootstrap, so no one get paid. Everyone work with us on equity and they believe in us in the product. We are running together something like 11 months right now. And all of us together are the Enqode family and we're building the product that will going to be launched to the market soon.
So when you say soon, what's the status of the product currently?
The product now is on MVP level, beta MVP. In the next few days, we'll finish to implement SOC 2 to the system. And then we'll start to implement it to companies for trials. We already work with a lot of companies. We took database from them outside and we check our product to see it actually the product do what we think it needs to do.
How do you check it if quantum computing is a rare resource today and not available today? You're saying we're preparing for a threat that doesn't really exist yet. How do you prepare for that and make sure that you're indeed bulletproof?
Great question. Actually, quantum computing, like we said before, are working, but not in the number of qubits that we want to protect from.
Right.
So we are using simulators that know how to simulate large number of qubits. And with that, we can check if we're doing the right thing or not.
Do you find it difficult to convince clients and potential clients that there is indeed a threat now, that people have to start worrying about this today in 2026?
Companies now needs to start protecting themselves from the future threat. If you are, for example, if you are a fintech company, you need to protect your databases for around 6, 7, 8 years. And if the quantum power will be here in 2 years, it's mean, and you will start in 2 years' time from now, it's mean that you have some part of your database won't be protected. So companies start to understand that they need to protect databases. And with our systems, they can see where their stand regarding the threat. We show them with a very, very simple dashboard if they need to protect more, they need to protect less, what they need to do to be protected, and then we are protecting them with our system.
Okay. My question for you is regarding intellectual property. Do you have any intellectual property on your product now?
We found the ability to register 12 patents in the system. Don't believe that we're going to write 12 patents because it's very expensive and no one needs to write 12 patents. But the core of the system that called Enqode, where we are doing the encoding, there is probably 5 patents there that we're going to write or register.
Good. So let's talk about cybersecurity in Israel. So lately we've been hearing a lot about Israel being a powerhouse in cybersecurity. Can you talk about that a little bit? What's the advantage of being here in Israel?
It's a tricky question, but I will try to... I think that in Israel, we have a lot of startup and we're doing great things, not because we are a startup nation, because we build differently in our mindset. We are living in a crazy place. We have all been in the army and we are a bit crazy by being Israelis. So,
you're saying that the neighborhood isn't such a great place and we're constantly facing threats.
Yeah, and in our mindset is different. We know how to break walls. We are not getting no from anyone. If someone is closing the door, we are coming from the window. So I think this is what made us unique in Israel. And of course, in Israel, we have the Israeli chutzpah. And together with all of that, we are in Israel, know how to build startup. We are entrepreneurs and we want to run very fast to places that look impossible to a lot of people. And if you see around you, you will see that a lot of young guys are building companies in Israel, and it's amazing.
So let's talk a little bit about your funding. You said you are currently bootstrapping, but you probably have to still raise some money, even at this stage.
So, yeah, we are bootstrap, but it was very important for us to raise money when the product is ready, and not before, because we did it in the past. This is not our first time that we are building companies. And it was very important for us to go to raise money when we are 100% that we have product and the product is good and there is a market for the product and not just based on ideas. So we build the product with our self-bootstrap, like I said before, and we started the fundraising a couple of months ago. Today we raised money from a VC called HiFound, sits in Haifa, and we open an office in Haifa. Hopefully, the idea is to build their development team in Haifa. Actually, HiFound is a great help for us. They invest money, but they're doing more, not just investing money. They help us with everything we need. If we need to connect to more VCs or we need connection to potential clients. So they help us a lot to grow.
Okay, sounds good. Let's talk a little bit about the future. So you are currently right before launching a product. Where do you see yourselves down the road? Maybe a year from now, 5 years from now?
It's very important for us not to just build a product. We want to be market leaders. And as we want to be market leaders, not because we think that we have great product and amazing technologies, that it's actually can change the world and protect billions of businesses worldwide. in 1 year from now, we're going to be with fully functional product ready to launch in production. And in 5 years from now, we're going to be market leaders and in our way to be a unicorn, another Israeli unicorn that will conquer the world and protect billion and billion of businesses worldwide.
Okay, sounds good. So thank you very much. This is an interesting discussion. I learned a lot, and it sounds like there is potential here and that there's something interesting going on. And I'm glad that you took the opportunity to talk. So thank you, Chen, and wishing you lots of success.
Thank you for inviting me.
That was Chen Neeman, the co-founder and CEO of Enqode. We hope you enjoyed this episode. There are many more to come. Do you have a great innovation or startup idea? We'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us by going to our website, jmbdavis.com. And if you go to jmbdavis.com/startup, you'll see we have a special site specifically made for startups to help startups protect their innovations. Please be in touch with us and find out how we can help you. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to bringing you the next episode.